Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Monday morning. Got a great week planned for Panhandle Outdoors. Hope you're with us every morning this week. We're one of this country's only daily outdoor TV shows, and we're proud to do that, okay? Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500. High today is going to be 84, low tonight we're looking at 68, and the water temperature now is up to 78 degrees. Had a good weekend of fishing by a lot of folks, and we'll talk about that throughout the week. Let's take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Carl Burner Marine Specialties. You're looking at the 7th of May. Now, you know, last week we didn't show the tide on Tuesday and Wednesday because they had such neat tides, but today, look at the tides this week. We're talking about some really strong 2-foot tides. High tide at 10:06 a.m. and low tide tonight at 9:08. Like I said, 2 foot most of the week, dropping off a little bit Friday. But some great tides. That's brought to us by Carl Burner Marine Specialties. And you know, on Monday, we like to look at it. We don't do the river readings on Monday. We'll let them settle down, then we'll do them the rest of the week. But on Monday, we like to look at the moon phases because that's been important. And I hope you got a chance to see that full moon this past weekend. It's real bright. Let's take a look at this week's full moon now. We're looking on Monday the 6th right there, and then the rest of the week, our moon's going to start waning, start going down, and start waning. It'll be a half moon by the weekend, and going on down. And next week, we'll start going on completely down. And the whole month of the moon chart is right there. But we still got a real good, you see the tides, how strong the tides are now because of that. Okay? We're going to go and take our first break. Have a special guest here in the studio you're going to enjoy. So let's take this break and we'll be right back.
Your vision is precious. If an emergency arises, you don't want to be sitting in a hospital waiting room. Accidents and injuries can happen outside of your workday. That's why our team of physicians provide emergency eye care to our patients anytime, day or night. You can count on your local experts in eye care to be there for you whenever you need us. The Eye Center of North Florida.
Nine doctors, one vision, yours.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop.
You can also check out our selection at Sunjammers Water Sports on Panama City Beach. Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team.
Time. It takes time to shape a mower, to evolve it from great stock. As the leader in commercial mowing equipment, Exmark spent a lot of time designing the next Laser Z, honing it, testing it, perfecting it. Why would Exmark spend so much time crafting this mower? To make sure you spend less time mowing. Visit nextlaser.com or your local Exmark dealer.
Sweet old Bob says see and save on all Exmark products today at Sowell Tractor.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
All right, welcome back and welcome to our guest, Officer Tom Hedges.
Appreciate you letting me be on the show, Winston.
Good morning with Tom. We see Tom every day. He's a Mosley SRO, works with the Bay County Sheriff, works for the Bay County Sheriff's Office, and when we're talking about SROs now, they don't come in better than Tom Hedges, and he's highly thought of by the staff and the students at Mosley, and we have a good time over there, don't we?
We sure do. It's hard to believe summer's almost here.
Yeah, I know it. And they keep you busy, don't they?
They do, especially this time of the year.
Tom has a golf cart he rides around on it. We about have to change tires on it twice a year. He puts so much mileage on it, chasing these kids and all.
Need a pit crew for that thing.
But we can always count on him. He's really good to have around. But today he's here in the capacity. We have this wilderness camp the Sheriff's Office puts on, and we're talking about, he's been on before talking about it and all, but it's really something special. And we always talk about Panhandle Outdoors about getting young people involved in outdoors, and a lot of times, you scratch your head, what can I do and all. Well, we can tell you today what you can do. One of the things you can do is help get these kids to this wilderness camp. How much does it cost?
There's no cost involved at all. The only thing that might cost something is a physical, and if they still have their school physical still within the year, then we take that. There's no problem with it. It's just a little medical questionnaire that needs to be signed by a doctor if they don't have it.
You know, summertime is a time for kids to have fun. And, you know, and a lot of people go to camps in all different places. And what about, what are some of the things y'all do, Tom?
This year we're going to change up a little bit because the schools have changed so much, FCAT, things like that, that we're going to go over to Mobile to tour the USS Alabama, the USS Drum, the submarine, stop back by Pensacola Naval Air Station. We're going to take them to Shell Island, the dive school out here at Panama City Beach. You can find a creek, just do a lot of things to where they can step back. That's what people rush so much, that there's times you just need to step back and just take a minute, just enjoy things. And like you said, the resources we have on the outside of the community, you can find a creek, the bays and stuff, airboat rides, we take them on. And they see different parts of the county that people don't even know really exist. And it's a great time out there.
What age group are we talking about?
We take kids, boys from 12 to 17. And and I'm in the need of campers right now. Excuse me. I've got 6 applications right now. There may be some more up at the front office, but we hold 25 in each camp. So if I've only got 6, you know I need some more.
And y'all are well chaperoned, and how long does the camp last?
The camps run, you drop them off on Monday at the sheriff's office and pick them up on Friday. The first camp is going to be June 18th, and it runs through the 22nd. And then the second camp is June 25th, and it runs through the 29th.
So we got 2 camps to choose from. That's really good. I know y'all load them at the sheriff's office, and then y'all put them on the road, have an escort and all. Take a look at this picture here. This is cool. Wilderness camp, headed down the road. That's cool.
Everybody laughs at our bus, but it's kind of old. But we do work strictly on donations and stuff. We just had our golf tournament this past weekend, and they raised about in the ballpark of $12,000. A lot of people in the community help out and support this group, and that's where it doesn't cost anything. The stipulations on the boys, you have to be a resident of Bay County or have an address in Bay County to come to the camp. And
now I want to know, that's your cabin there. I want to know who does all the cooking. How y'all feed all these kids?
One of the school resource deputies, he's over St. Andrews, Mario Lupica. He's an actual chef that does catering and stuff.
Wow.
And so we tasked him to cook. And the first time he did it, he tried to do some of this gourmet stuff for us. That didn't go over too well, but we've got them whipped into shape and make some fun.
They probably like hamburgers and hot dogs, don't they? A lot of them.
They do, and we do that on Monday night, and Charlie Corum likes the kids, and Charlie comes up and he actually cooks the hamburgers and the hot dogs for the kids. And he just loves being around the kids. He's one of our big supporters.
Oh, that's good. Now here's one of the location, a cabin and all up under the trees. That's really nice there.
We have a total of 5 of these, and we're up off Campflowers Road. Each cabin, the money was donated by families that, in memory of somebody. This is what we call Cabin 1, and it's was donated. The funds were donated by his mom. Ryan Saya was a deputy sheriff in Broward County that was killed on a traffic stop. He was out doing it and was hit by a car and died of his injuries. And Mom wanted to do something. He loved kids in Broward County, so she wanted his name to live on. So on each cabin door we have the family's name up there and who is the memorial for.
Very good. All right, we got a lot more pictures, a lot more information on this camp, and some good fishing pictures too. But let's take this break and we'll be right back.
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Steel, the #1 selling brand of handheld outdoor power equipment in America.
Create a custom yard care system with the Steel Combi System. Edge, trim, prune, and more.
Buy a KM55R Combi motor for just $209.95 and get a pair of hearing protectors and safety glasses for just $15.
Start easier, work smarter, finish faster with Steel, #1 in America.
Guido Bob says see and save today and every day on all Steel outdoor products at Soul Tractor.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off of Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. John Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
All right, welcome back, folks. Sitting here with Tom Hedges, Moses SRO, works at Bay County Sheriff's Office, and always in charge of wilderness camp, and do such a good job. Before we get back to, I got so many pictures. I'm gonna have pictures all week. Let's take a look at this one here. Some good pier fishing this past week. This is Mark Bell sent this. This is my dad, Edwin Bell, caught his first Spanish ever. Good picture there. And congrats, he's never too old to catch a Spanish mackerel. All right. Good job. Thanks for sending that, Mark. We got some more pictures too. But let's get back to the camp and all. I know we were talking during the break, Tom. These kids are busy all throughout the day doing stuff.
They are, and sometimes the kids think they're sent there as punishments, and they fuss about getting on the bus when it comes Friday afternoon. When we bring them back to the sheriff's office, you got to drag them off the bus because they want to stay there and do some more things. But like I said, we have different people. We take them up to Petronas property up on Equifina Creek up there in the Springs. Like I said, a lot of kids from in town have never seen them resources.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a lot of fun.
It's amazing. Now, you also take them on an airboat ride.
Out there, airboat adventures on Panama City Beach in West Bay, right there on 79. Captain Rick's been doing this for years. We take them out there. There's no cost to us. He loves the kids, and they take them up there in West Bay, riding around on the airboat, and it's a lot of fun.
I know they get a kick out of a big airboat.
They do, and we'll see an alligator a time or two up there in the bays. And
do they have time? I don't know if we talked about this. Do they have time, or I don't know if y'all take time to go fishing? Do you have time to have a pond or anything?
We do. We got some ponds there on the property up there at the camp. We got catfish in them, but as dry as we are right now, them things are drying up.
Yeah, that's
bad. We still get out there and let them catch fish, and then we have the best fishermen to catch the biggest one out of the ponds.
Okay.
And like I said, we get a lot of support, and I'm in the need of campers real bad.
Hey, a summer camp is never complete without some watermelon, right?
That is a fact.
I saw your next picture over there, folks. We had some watermelon the other day. It was coming in. It's good. It's just hard to beat watermelon.
And it's like you said. I told you that Charlie Corum was a big supporter of it. Where he finds these big old watermelons is beyond me. But he'll get us about 10 of them, so the kids enjoy eating watermelon. Because on a hot summer day, what's better than a slice of ice cold watermelon?
He probably goes down somebody's fields and picks them probably at night. Probably.
No, Charlie, but Charlie's a good guy. I won't throw him under the bus there.
Well, so if people want to get their kids or grandkids or some kids live down the street and all, they just call the sheriff's office?
They stop by the sheriff's office, you pick up the application there, or they can get up with their school resource deputy at their school. Or this year we've done something different. You can get it offline if you go to bayso.org, and the applications are online. Print them out, fill them out, get them notarized what needs to be done, and then just turn them back into the sheriff's office, and they'll get them into me.
Okay. All right, we got one more picture there.
And then, like I said, we have school resource deputies, and A lot of the schools in town, we had to cut back, we know, over the years. But this was when we had a bunch of us, and this is who works at camps. It's actually the deputies are around the kids during the school year, and we build up a relationship with them. If they have a problem or an issue or just need to talk to somebody, they've seen us in an environment to where we're not in uniform all the time. And they can come up and we can actually talk. And I've dealt with one over at Mowat. There was an issue he was involved in, and he was kind of him and hawing. It's like, I know about you, you know about me. And then we sat there and we talked about it and got it straightened out.
Yeah. I can't, and I cannot explain to you folks out there in the viewership all this, how Tom is on the front line every day, every hour, and you see a lot of stuff constantly. And I've seen him, you know, work with young people and all, but I don't know if everybody realizes that the pressure these young people have, the peer pressure and the things that go on, it's mind-boggling at times, isn't it?
It is, and it's not fair to the kids, I don't feel. The environment I was brought up in, such as yourself, but where they come from broke homes or things change. A lot of grandparents are raising these young men and women nowadays, and the kids need a break, the guardians need a break, so here's an opportunity to do it. It's not a bad thing. Send them to us for a week, they'll have fun. You can sit back, drink a cup of coffee, put your feet up and enjoy the week also. So it's a win-win situation for everybody involved.
That's true. You know, if you can you take a break yourself and all. And like I say, a lot of kids now are being raised by grandparents and all, and it puts pressure on them. And it's some admirable folks out there helping raise kids and all. It's good. But one of the things I know, the high sheriff comes out there some too, doesn't he?
He does. He pops in and out on his busy schedules, and he's
now, he likes to fish. He probably goes out there when y'all are fishing.
Or he might sneak in later on while we're sleeping or something. But the sheriff, he does a good job. He's a big man. You wouldn't want to cross the man. But when it comes to kid, he's like a big old teddy bear.
Yeah.
It's like they call me Shrek up at the camp, and he gives me a hard time about it. But the sheriff loves kids, and he comes up there and visits and brings Major Ford and some of the other captains up there with him and to see it.
Well, we're going to get ready to take a break. Before we take a break, we're going to show another picture. But on the next session, we're going to talk about, you know, we have one of our viewers had their motor stolen, and we're going to talk about the situation there and what we can do and all to help out, and also how to prevent that kind of stuff. But let's look at, first of all, you know, Sailfish got off the pier last week, and there's this is off the city pier, folks.
Look at that.
That's hard to believe. I mean, you think you're down here in Miami. Look at this, folks. That is a nice sailfish right there. Thank you, Bobby Graham, off the city pier. It was actually caught Thursday. Two young, let me write the name here. A guy named Young Williams, visiting here from Georgia, and king mackerel was caught by Tony Siegel, a visitor from Tennessee. So Georgia boy and a Tennessee boy from Bristol, Tennessee. And they caught two sailfish last week off the pier. So that's some good fishing, and like I said, those tourists come down to be successful. And, you know, as locals and all, we can go out to the city pier or county pier and do the same thing. So that's good. All right, let's take our last break, and we'll be right back.
On the water or under the water, success starts at C&G Sporting Goods. C&G specializes in fresh and saltwater fishing tackle, floundering supplies, spearfishing equipment, and much, much more. C&G also has licenses, maps, and expert advice on where to go. For over 59 years, C&G Sporting Goods has been the headquarters for the outdoors man. Fishing, hunting, camping, guns, and ammo. They've got it all. C&G, home of the experts, downtown Panama City.
It pays to own a Kubota, and now it pays even more. It's Kubota Rewards time at Soul Tractor, featuring long-term financing as low as 0% APR on a new Kubota tractor, utility vehicle, mowers, and more. The rewards of owning a Kubota add up fast. Quality, power, dependability, and now available financing as low as 0% APR.
At Soul Tractor, we only sell commercial-grade equipment for professionals and serious landowners.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure, steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
Are you still waiting to do something with your IRA, 401k, annuities, or other investments?
My dad has an economics degree from Vanderbilt University, and he helped me with my homework. A lot of people call themselves financial planners, but my dad passed a board exam to be a certified financial planner. He's very easy to talk to, and he spends a lot of time with me.
To my existing clients, thank you for your friendship and loyalty through these uncertain times, and to everyone else, don't wait until it's too late. Call me today, and let's see if I can help.
Welcome back. Glad you're with us this Monday morning. So here, Officer Tom Hedges, getting the week started off right with the good news about our wilderness camp coming up this summer. But now let's go into our Express Lane Fish and Game forecast, and we'll get back with Tom. But we're looking at our times today. We're looking at 2:17 to 4:17 this afternoon. Just about when we get out of school, Tom, right there. That's going to be a good time to go fishing. And then tonight from 1:45 to 3:45. I may not be up then, but there's a good chance to go floundering. That's brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and American operated. We appreciate those folks over there. We just have some good sponsors throughout our show, and we appreciate all the shows. We ask you as viewers to, trade with our sponsors, tell them how much we appreciate the opportunity to bring you some good news on outdoors every morning. And speaking of good news, Tom, bringing good news about how we can get our young people involved this summer in a wilderness camp put on by the Bay County Sheriff's Office, ages 12 to 17, and it's just, bottom line, just a good time for these kids.
It is, and it's a great time for the deputies also. We've done our stuff through all the school year. It gives us a chance to kind of scale back a little bit, and like I said, have a lot of fun with these young men. We have what we call the wall up there, and what it is, it teaches teamwork. That's one of the things we're lacking also. People having to work together to get one thing accomplished. And it's a wall that's probably about 12 foot tall, and they've all got to go over. It doesn't matter what size you are, short.
They throw ropes over, or how do they get over?
They push each other up, and then they got to figure out a way to do it. Some even hand over a T-shirt, get the first couple up, but they eventually do it. And they take a lot of pride in it, because you get one that's a little hefty like myself, that'd be a hard time getting up over it, but he will get over that wall. And when he does, it's a big accomplishment to him, and he's real proud of it.
Well, that's good too. We want to. I got a few more pictures I want to show you. We're going to bounce back and forth, but before we get into these pictures, I want to talk a minute about Ralph and Lucretia Turner had. I told you at school about had their 9.9 Suzuki motor stolen, and I know the investigation is continuing.
It is.
And your investigators do a good job. They'll stay after it, and we're going to stay on top of this. But I came up with a $100 reward, and then right up there, I got a call from Alpha about 2 days later, well, that night, and then I announced it a day or two later, added $200 to us. We got a $300 reward for getting that motor returned to his rightful owner. When somebody gets a motor from people, I guess y'all are exposed to see a lot of that. I know you're not an investigator, but I know your friends and all.
That, and you just got a lot of people that are up to no good. It's even like they're at the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
All the iPods and people leave stuff laying around, it gets taken. Sometimes points it's hard to track down. That's why it's important you keep your serial numbers, model numbers, stuff like that, because there again, if they're a criminal, they're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and they go try to pawn it. And then once something goes into a pawn shop, they just don't throw it on the shelf to be a quick turnaround sale. There's rules that they have to follow to where we come check pawn tickets in the other agencies. And that's where the serial numbers and models numbers and things like that, because then it's going to flag up and say, okay, this property's stolen right here. Well, then the brain surgeon that come in here and pawned it, the stolen property, uses actual driver's license to pawn it to get the money. So that helps out in the investigation. And a lot of people, now I'm guilty of it myself. I'll buy something, do I write the serial number down and model number? Yeah. Most of the time, not.
I know, we all have good intentions of doing that.
That's it.
And I'm glad you said what you said about pawn shops, because they do have that, and that's exactly where the criminals go a lot of times, but they do have by law, they have to write down these numbers.
Right. In pawn shops, they do great business, and they're jam up people. They follow the rules like they need to. People go and buy from them, stuff like that. It's just not like you see on TV where they're fencing criminals bringing in property and stuff like that. The pawn shops are good people, and they help people out. And they help us out also in the investigations at times.
But let's keep an eye out for that 2011 9.9 Suzuki. If it shows up in somebody's boat, you don't think they probably had enough money to get that, or you see it out on the lake or something, or it'll be nice. It'll be nice to get that to return to Ralph and Lucretia Turner. Those are good folks up there. Let's take a look at it. Speaking of fishing, one of our students, senior at Mosley, Cindy Sheffield, her dad's the principal there at Mowat. I'm glad she catches bigger fish. Now you know her dad too, don't you, Tom?
I sure do.
I think she catches bigger fish than her dad. This is Cindy Sheffield. This is nice. We're going to have freshwater pictures all week long because I know this past weekend we had a bunch of fish caught. Good job there, Cindy. Great to see you out there fishing. I'd love to see our young people fish and all. So
see, and that's part of your class right there, because I've known Cindy since she was a little small young lady.
Yeah.
And back then you would never caught her out there fishing.
I know it. You really wouldn't.
Until you got her bit by the outdoor edge, and all them kids loved your class.
Well, I appreciate that. Tom is always, he's always sort of cruising through when he's chasing. He's not really chasing people. He's always checking on things, and you get to see a lot of our kids. You come out and watch us in archery and do the things. And
that and the cookout, show them how to grill on the grill. Sometimes there's kids don't even know how to do that. Or the boy that tried to cut the watermelon.
This is a great story, folks. We had a cookout one day last week, and Tom, we were all busy to get stuff ready, and one of the boys brought a watermelon. Well, I thought it was really nice. You know, we had kids just bring all different things, and we're all busy doing stuff. I turn, and Tom is always lending a hand to help, and I look over there at the other table. Tell us what's going on, boy.
He cuts his watermelon in half and stands it on end, and it runs a knife down the middle of it. The heart, the best part of the watermelon falls out on the table. He sees that as a snack. But so everybody else gonna get the little chunk of the watermelon, part of the rind and stuff. So
he didn't know how to cut up. He actually did not know how to cut up a watermelon.
So he stood there. I finished cutting it up the proper way, and there was plenty to go around for everybody.
Yeah, Tom had to cut about 30 pieces, and we had enough just about for everybody. But little things like that we take for granted that kids and all know how to do, and a lot of them don't.
And that's the best part about being involved in kids' lives, whether it's through the camp, because I'll be in the store with my family, and all of a sudden this little kid goes, "Shrek," and his mom turns around and is like, "What are you doing hollering at that big man?" It's like, he's from the camp, and go over, and we build relationships, and it goes on, because the camp's been going on since 2001, and we've been doing the golf tournament and stuff. Next year is our 10-year anniversary for the golf tournament, and that's going to be a big ordeal that they're planning up for that, because Scotty Frazier, he was a part of the school resource deputies, and through the cuts went back to patrol. But he loves dealing with the camp so much, he still does the golf tournament and did a great job last week on it.
That is great. So folks, want to encourage you to get some more people going that camp. Go by the Bay County Sheriff's Office and get that application, and I know you'll be happy to do it. Tom, we got to go to work, buddy.
I hear you. Miss Harrison going to get mad at us.
I know it. Thank y'all for watching the show, folks. We really appreciate you watching it. We've got a big week planned, all kinds of stuff going on. But meanwhile, today, you're going to have an opportunity to do something good for somebody and jump on it and do that. You'll be a much better person. We'll see you, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.